My name is Hiroko Aono Billson. I live in Brighton and Hove, and I am a potter.
I'm Nigel Aono Billson, Hiroko's husband and partner. I'm a graphic designer and design educator.
Teinei means everything considered.
Everything considered, yes. I suppose that's our ethos, and we follow that for everything we do, through our work and everyday life and how we live.
As much as we can. I'm from island of Shikoku in Japan, so I grew up in that beautiful surrounding. My big influence in my life is my mother. So she was doing every craft you can think of. She had a vast amount of Japanese beautiful ceramic collections, and she was a great cook. Dinner time was like a ritual time. She would cook this amazing meal every evening. But also she had lovely dishes to put the food on, and that fascinated me. So that really inspired me, and that was the beginning of my love for ceramics. And then we opened Kobo A-B, so mainly we imported lots of beautiful ceramic pieces. So seeing Mom's collection and handling those beautiful pieces every day at the shop made me want to make my own pieces. But also then I had a dream of one day I'll eat out of the vessels I made. And now we do that. That's how I became potter. My design, it's an organic process. I didn't try to do any particular style, but certain technique I think I was looking at, I wanted to try it, and that became my style. Mainly naturally evolved, but also I love slipware technique. I love slip, the consistency of it and the different colors. I mainly use white, but mainly we wanted to introduce Japanese culture, or side of Japanese culture I love, and we wanted to share that with.
It's grown, and obviously the sharing of our interests to do with the East-West mix and where they diverge. I think also there's things that sort of came up through the time when we were living in Japan, looking at things and within Japanese magazines about East and West, the way that people live. I think it's our interest and our love of like furniture, things that you find around ceramics, crafts, and we're very fascinated by Japanese crafts. Yeah, I wouldn't say so much lifestyle. It's more to do with the things that people handle, people made, people have in their own environment. Things that are slightly precious, and there might be very mundane things, but they're not. It doesn't have to be an expensive thing. It could be something simple like a wooden spoon.
Certain things like tea culture in Japan, that's a big one. It was for us, and obviously the ceramics and the textile from Japan.
Of course.
That was a big part of what I loved, and Nigel, you did
Yeah,
too.
I fell in love with the textile. I mean, I've always had a passion for indigo because of jeans and denim, and I love the work that Hiroko makes, and it's just fascinating to see what comes out of her process constantly. It's ever changing and evolving. And I know it for myself, when you make something, you create something, you can't always see it. It takes a while to understand, is it quite what you're trying to achieve and trying to make? And it's very difficult to see it yourself. So it's
quite often, first thing I open the kiln when I do firing and I get everything out, and I think, oh my God, they're not any good, they're not good at all. And Nigel will, no, sit down and this is good and this is, so yeah, he's my private tutor in a way.
I've got my own collection that's grown. Every firing I get a piece. So I'm very privileged, so I've got my own personal collection.
But also he totally gets where I am coming from and what I'm trying to achieve. So I very much appreciate his comments.
And also the thing is that I've gone through the process in recent years through Kobo A-B of making items, and I'm not trained in textiles, so I'm chaotic and sort of mad in the way I do things.
It's beautiful to me. Yeah, really spontaneous and lovely.
Yeah, and
mine's very straight, ordered,
very perfect
stitching, but Nigel's like so free and creative.
We collect, and we want to share, and we want to cause a discourse and a conversation about You know, it's like saying, look, what do you think about this? This is an interesting object. And then the mismatch of the way things come together. And I think that's something we're both interested in, that pairing of objects, and it's the pairing of the cultures. We've got a collection of borrow garments. Part of it came through some of the items that Hiroko's mum had collected. We were invited to actually have this exhibition when we were in Norwich. It's just a fact to sort of contemplate that garment in front of you and say, who wore that? What were they doing? Where did they live? You know, what was their life like?
We wanted to show people, but we just didn't know how much joy that exhibition will give to people. We didn't anticipate that, so that was an amazing surprise to be there and see it and talk to people. For me, that was I felt really proud. And I remember first few pieces when I sold, I couldn't believe someone bought my piece. And I was overjoyed, and I kept thinking it's some kind of freak thing. And then I sold another one, then I sold another one. And so I thought, oh, maybe people do like my things. Every single time I sell
surprise, isn't
it? Yes, I'm so grateful. But like my mother's pieces, each time I eat out of them, they gave me joy. So I'm hoping what I make will give joy to people.
Weirdly, Kobo A-B has just evolved itself, and it grows in its own organic way. So there's lots of things.
We're always ideas,
playing with lots of ideas.
We'll see.
Always,
which direction it will go to.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it will carry on. Yeah.